Hi guys, it's Wade McMaster here. Got another video for you today. Now, in the past, I've done a video showing people how to use Facebook Notes on their Facebook page. Now, since I created that video, they've actually changed the way that you access notes on Facebook. But you're probably not aware, if you haven't seen that video, that basically a note is kind of like it's kind of like a step up from a Facebook post. I've got this little dummy page I've put together here, which I use for videos like this. You see, I've got hardly anything on here, but with a normal Facebook post, you can write a bit of information in there, or you can, put a photo and that sort of thing. With a note, it's actually more like a fully functional article or even like a blog post. So you could technically use it if you didn't want to actually start a website or you want to like write articles and things like that. You could use it to actually put full articles on your Facebook page, or even write small articles that introduce themselves to maybe blog posts on your website. But either way, it's just a really cool way to put large amounts of information out to your Facebook fans and that sort of thing. So this is a note here that I've created. Actually, I'm pretty sure in the previous video. As you can see, I've got here a bit of an example of what a note can look like. It's just a simple article. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this and basically put it on your site. Now, whenever you do create a note, it does share onto your feed. So the good news about that is it does work just like a Facebook post in the sense that it does go onto your feed. So if people will see it, and if people visit your page, it'll show up under your posts. But generally speaking, there's also a notes section. Now, previously we used to just go here and you could click a note and you'd be able to start creating a note. But what you need to do is actually go to the notes tab on the left. Now, you may or may not have it there. That's one issue. So on this page, I've turned it off because I want to show you how you can turn it on if you don't have the Notes tab here. So the first thing you need to do is, if you're on your page and you're administrator, go up to your page settings at the top. Down the left, you want to go to templates and tabs. And then we simply scroll down and we click add a tab. Find Notes, which is here. Add that tab. Close. I'm going to move it up to, I'll put it about there. All right, so now I've got a Notes tab there. If I go back to my page, you see I now have a Notes tab here on the left. So I can actually use that to link in. So I click on Notes, and it brings up all of my notes. And I've got this one here, which is published. Now, the way I start in order to create a new note is I go to Add Note here on the right. Now, this is pretty much just like writing a blog post or an article, except there's a few little extra options. It's a lot like the WordPress Gutenberg editor, but basically I want to give this a title such as, how do I create notes on my Facebook page? I'll give it a title. Maybe I want to put a cover image for this. It's just sort of like a main image for this note. I can choose here. I can upload from my computer, or I can simply choose one from here. I'll say choose this one. Obviously, this has nothing to do with the actual, not really writing a proper article here, but I can choose all sorts. I'll choose this one. So I've got like a nice image, and I got my title. Now I can basically just start writing from here. So I can go, so you want to create a note. And from there, maybe I'll add some more information. But basically, maybe I want to have a heading, such as here's how you can get started. Now, this is where it gets a little bit different. Is I can actually, if I hover over this this little icon here, it kind of looks like a backwards P. I can change it to a heading 1, which is kind of like your highest level of heading. And heading 2 is the next one down. I can also go and create dot points, quotes, or I can sort of paste what I kind of call a code format, where it's not actually HTML code, but it's kind of like a method for displaying code. So basically, if I want to go down here, I can say there's a few things you need to know. And I can say something along the lines of, you need to have the Notes tab on your Facebook page. So let's go ahead and turn that into some bullet points. So now I can go in and just simply type add it in settings under templates, then go to notes and click new note or whatever the button was. So you can see we can create these dot points, and yeah, it's pretty handy. So also one other thing I could do is if I highlight this, maybe I don't want it to be a dot point, I want it to be a numbered section, I can then delete and re-enter, delete and re-enter, and I have a numbered section here instead of bullets. Another thing I could do is if I look up some lorem ipsum off screen very quickly, obviously I can just go in there and I can paste some more. Maybe I don't want this one to be a point, so I'll go back in here and make it, actually what I'll do is hit enter again, and that's just made a paragraph. So we've got some paragraph text there. Maybe we want to add some more in here just to make it look like a bit more of an article. So you can see you got a bit of an article coming together there. Now, this is all pretty straightforward. It's all, it's more or less just like using any sort of word editor. Like I said, if you want to see what the code looks like, I click that, it just displays it. So it's kind of like a, just the way it's displayed, changes there. Change that back to maybe a heading. So yeah, you can cycle through and pick just anything. Quote, you can choose like a quote box, so maybe we can say, I like notes. So you actually got this nice little quote section there you can use. Now, it also has other functionalities such as links. So maybe I can say, click here for more info and pop a link to Google on there or something. So I click on this and you see here, once again, I can choose to create a link. I can bold, italicize, like I could anything else. Turn those off. I can link. Maybe there you go. Maybe we go to Google. You see we've got a nice little link here. Click here for more info. I can, you know, this is bold and italic. I can make this bold, italic. So you've got all your usual, options there for just editing text. Now, so this means you can go through and create a full article, and you can start to add images as well. So one thing I can do is I can actually choose to add a photo in here. So I click this little plus symbol here, I can click photo. Maybe I pick this one and add a little photo in there. And as I go, maybe I want another one down here. So if I click here, click plus again, add a photo, choose another photo, maybe something like this Google one. So we've got a few photos in there, we've got some text, we're starting to get a bit of something together now. The other thing I can do is actually embed something. So I'm going to do, once again, off screen, I'm just going to look up a YouTube video, and I'm actually going to steal the URL of that video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add. Whoops, I've just deleted that. So I'll Control Z just to undo that. So Control Z works just as a normal undo function. And I can go and add an embed. And if I paste the URL, you can see if I paste a YouTube URL, SoundCloud, Twitter, if I just paste the URL in there, I get a video embed. So that's pretty straightforward. It's just simply copying a URL in there, and you can embed objects onto the page. Now, if you want to go back and edit, obviously, like I said, you can go in and click. If I want to copy this, I can add in bits and pieces. I can choose to also change the alignment, which I almost forgot about. So if I right align this image, you can see here it sits right aligned to this text. And if I want to add some more text, I can, what I would do is hit enter, paste it in there. So there's no sort of plus button to add text in there, but you can simply hit enter after something and go that way. Like I said here, I can go center. I can left align it with these dot points, right align it. So it's basically just like a text editor, except you can write far longer bits and pieces of information on there. So you get like more of a article style of post. So when you're done, now you don't have to publish this when you're done. You can simply save it. So I'll actually close this off just to show you what I mean. I'll hit the X at the top right here. I'm going to refresh. See, I've got here my drafts. You'll see I've actually got this one here and another one, a few more there. But I've got this one we just created here in our draft section. I can open that up at any time, come back to it, finish it off, and when I'm ready, of course, publish it. I haven't actually clicked edit yet. So you can see here, it was published. So if I go to my page, well, this is the note that people has it seen when people view it. This note is published. So there you go. Now if I head back, I'm going to go to the page, go home. You can also see in the posts here, here it is. This post is actually pinned. So, but we've got our note here, it's shown up in our feed. So that's it, we're good to go. And once again, they can click on it, start reading whenever they're ready. Now, for some reason, this image isn't showing up. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's not a big deal. Obviously, if that happens, you might need to simply reinsert that image, but you get the idea. It's a simple way to create notes, link off to blog posts, or create full posts and bits of information, and really handy for further engagement with your Facebook audience. So yeah, I hope you found that video useful. If you did, please give it a like, or please consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this or anything to do with Facebook in the future or social media in general. And we'll talk to you again soon. Also, if you have any other videos you want to request, I don't know absolutely everything, but please feel free to leave a comment below and we'll go from there. All right, thank you. Talk to you later.